these otter gates. Oh. So these both hands will do the gate. Back on the ship of water. Good morning, time's near enough 8:30. Welcome to this week's vlog. Well, back on the bank again, in the same swim as last time, only for the simple reason because I've been putting bait in it. Can't see the point in putting bait in one swim and then fishing another, because the fish should now be used to finding my bait out there. I have seen a couple of fish crash out, but that's at about 90 yards. Again, that far margin, but right in the corner. And as I'm using fluoro and light leads, then I'll just let them get on with it. If I'd got my other rods here, or even my other reels, I might have tried to gone for it. But as I'm stuck with me 3-pounders and 19-pound fluoro, they've got to somewhere safe to stay, ain't they? So tactics today are pretty much similar to what I have been doing. The right hand and middle rod are again fished in the same area, and between them they've had 2 hands full of bait. Because they're close together, I'm just spread the bait out a bit more than normal. The left hand rod, again, that's fished where it's been productive the last few times, and that's my snowman setup, fished over, yeah, 2 hands full of bait approximate. Yeah, rods are out, indicators are on, just a matter of sitting and waiting now. Not seeing nothing bubble up yet. I'm only here for the day today. So yeah, sounded like one of the rods getting a bit active, and again. I'm expecting, because the amount of rud that's in here, small rud, I'm expecting there to be some good perch. Like another one just put his head out right near the tree on the far side. It's just over 100 yards. So what I may do in the winter is bring a little lure rod down with me. See if I can't grab a decent perch or 3. I mean, I'm only guessing there's decent perch in here. I mean, the majority of the rud are, I don't know, 3-4 inches long, 5 inches long. Well, there's a bloody lot of them. Right, I've been here. Well, I've had the rods casted out 25 minutes. And I got a fish. But the thing is, see them reeds down there? Stuck in the root. So 25 minutes in, and I've had a fish. Or I've hooked a fish, let's put it that way. So, right, we'll try and get this fish out of this reed. I mean, the rod's been sat there, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. No, not even that. 5 minutes. Yeah, look, here it goes. We'll get this out. See you in a minute. Well, finally got it out. And he's now giving me a wash. To say I'm pleased with it is an understatement. It's another common, weighing in at 19.4. Look at that beauty. Oh, I'm on a roll. Anyway, I'm on a roll. This one's got a bit of a koi in him as well. Got a couple of white specks on its fins, but the body is dark. Whereas that 15 that I had the other week, there was a bit of light colouring within its body. Right, slip it back, get some more bait out, get enough bait out, and let's see if I can have another one. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving it. Turned up at 8 o'clock. By the time I got my rods out, it was about, well, by the time I got all 3 rods out and baited up, it was about 8:45. And then just sorted my stuff out to have a coffee. And at 9:05, it roars off. Oh dear, don't you just love it? Don't you just love it? I think I'm obliged now to show me bait, but I'll show you that later, because I'm going to get this coffee on, because I deserve it, and hopefully I'll get disturbed by another fish. Not being greedy, but after 20 minutes, yeah, this bait is getting gooder. Getting gooder? What the hell was the sort of word that? This bait is getting better. And I'm loving it. See you later. I've now got fish rolling over my right hand rod. But that's not fished over my bait. That is a bait that I've got on test for Haith bait. I'll show you that one and all soon. And that one is made with Robin Orange, not Robin Red. Now I've stuck that to the right where them 2 rods are, mainly because that's just fished. One's fished on a orange fruit crush, pop up, and the other one's washed out yellow sticky bait signature. I've shown you both of them baits before. I've got my coffee made. So I'm just taking it all in what's happened to me the last couple of 3 weeks. want to say something, but I don't want to jinx my run of fish. Right, let's go and get you sorted out so as you can see these baits. Right, these are the two baits. The one in the green bucket is my winter bait. It's a bird food, nut, milk and everything else base mix. There's no colour in it, that's just its natural colour. There's just one bird food, 4 milk powders, 1, 2, 4 other main ingredients, and then a couple of 3 additives. So that's that one. Now this one I know very little about. I don't know what it's made of, don't know what it constitutes, but it's made with Robin Orange as opposed to Robin Red. Now what I do with all my baits is I give them a bait wash. It's a concoction of ingredients that stimulate fish into feeding, with the exception of one of them, which is alcohol, and to approximately a kilo I add 50 ml of this liquid. I'll just go and fetch you that. You keep an eye on them baits, make sure nobody nicks them. This is the liquid that I use. I make it up in litre batches, and all you do, I won't add them because I added some yesterday, is pour in approximately 50 ml, or if you want to be more precise, measure out 50 ml. Just tip it in the bucket with the baits in, and then just agitate them until they're all coated. They don't want to be swimming in it. You just want a light glaze over each bait, and then it'll soak in. That's me fish one, which I'm presuming that this bait is. And for my own bait, it's cream based. So just a little insight. I do the same with both baits, and then it's got instant attraction as soon as it hits the water, because the bait wash is only in the surface of the baits, so that's the first to be released. And then while that's still acting in the water, your main additives come out and increase the attraction around the baits even more. I've not got a clue what these are flavoured with, or even if they are flavoured. I'm not going to tell you the quantities, but these are flavoured with Novell Fizz and an essential oil. And it's really rocking the place out at the moment. Whether it will continue or not, I don't know. Hope it does. So yeah, that's an insight into the baits that I'm using today. I got these baits, when did I get these? From Haith's. Got them last June. No, July. Beginning of July in the heat wave. So they've been break down easy. So they've been in the freezer, and I thought it was time to give them a bash. I have trialled one of the other batches, because they sent me 4 batches. They sent me Robin Red with garlic, no, Robin Red with chilli, sorry, Robin Orange, Robin Green, and a Robin Red fish meal. So in actual fact, the whiff I'm getting from them now is very similar to the trout pellets, I think, or something along them lines. So yeah, that's an insight into the baits, and we'll catch up soon. Right, there's 1 or 2 fish rolling out there, but I don't know whether they're carp. They could be tench. Thankfully, the tench anglers have now pulled off. They're gone to piking. So I'm able to get this swim most times I come down now. So I'll keep putting the bait in, so that when it gets cold and they sort of go lethargic, they still know where there's some food. With no further action. Oh, yes there is. One's just crashed over there near the reeds. That's at about 90-ish yards. I'm a bit loath to go around now and give them some bait, because if they're over there and start feeding over there, then they're not going to be moving out. So I'm going to keep baiting the spots that I've been baiting, and keep on going from there. Well, it's a glorious day today. Clear blue skies, sun's blazing. I've had a fish. What more can you ask for? I keep rolling over the baited patch. So whether the hook bait didn't land in the right place within that baited patch, I don't know. I'm going to give it another 20 minutes and then I'm going to have a recast to that left hand rod, which is the one that I had the fish on. Because they've been rolling over it, I'm thinking that it never landed quite right. So yeah, give it another 20 minutes, wind it in, and then just reposition it. Well, say reposition it. Yeah, reposition it. Only by about 1 or 2 foot. saying that, I've put a fairly decent spread of bait out there, but if it's fell in a little bit deeper weed, then I mean, yeah, the fish will find it eventually, but it won't be as soon as if it was in a clearer area. No, no more fish crash have gone on that far side reed bed. Whether they moved out from there or not, I don't know. Just repositioned that rod, the left-hand rod, just a fraction. Instead of aiming for the right-hand side of the tree that I'm aiming at, I've now gone to the left-hand side of the tree, and it felt like it was a little bit firmer. We've got a bit of a more of a slightly larger donk. When I wound the rod in, it was sitting on blanket weed. As I've said before, I'm not bothered about fishing on top of blanket weed. But if it's not, how can I put it? If they're feeding on blanket weed, then yeah, I'd have been happy to leave it. But because there's been a couple of fish roll out there and my bait's not gone, I've just moved it slightly. I should say, I mean, the tree width is about 15-20 foot across at the tree, but my hook boat has landed about 2 foot away from where it was, and that 2 foot could mean a lot of difference. So give it a bit of a go. Got to wait now for the line to sink so as I can put my bobbin on. So that might even put the kettle on again. Yeah, put the kettle on. Right, have another brew, and then see where we go from there. Told you that 2 foot make all the difference. Oh, oh. Do you know what? No, I'm not going to say it, not till I put it on the scales. I'm not going to say anything till I put it on the scales. No, 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 come on. Just turn him round right. Oh, oh. Oh no. Still, I'm well happy. I'm fucking well happy. Let's just turn it round. Assume the position. Come on. Come on. One, two, look at that. 1912. Oh, I'm a happy man. Oh dear. And what was I saying about 2 foot making the difference? I hadn't even got me bobbin on. Right, I'm going to get it back because I'm a happy man. Oh dear. Don't you just love it? I just put the kettle on. I hadn't even put the bobbin on. And away it went. There is a downside to it though. I've just bust my landing net. One arm is now 42 inches and the other arm is 42 inches in 2 bits. Time is 11:30. So I've put out another couple of handfuls of the bait. Try to put the kettle on again and make myself a coffee. I am one very, very happy man. Believe it or not. And what was I saying about 2 foot making all the difference? I don't suppose that bait had been out there 5, 10 minutes. And away it screamed. Dreams are coming true. What a fish. It's 219s today. Oh, loving it. 2 wires full of bait have gone out. So what? Just got to put some bloody water in the fucking kettle. Oh well. That's how it went the other day. Couple of quick fish. Then it went dead. Couple of quick fish. Then it went dead. So whether they're coming through en masse, you know, in a shoal, and clearing everything up, disappearing, then coming back as a shoal, I don't know. I've had some tench rolling, but they're a lot closer in to what my boats are. So I'm back at the weekend. Hopefully back a couple more fish. I mean, the way I'm going at the minute, that 29 or 29 and a half when it was caught back in May. Was it May? Yeah, back in May. It could have put on a little bit of weight. But I'm not specifically targeting that fish, but it's a fish I want, if you know what I mean. Not just for me, but for you guys. I put 2 hands full of bait out after that last fish, but none since. Mainly because I've not seen no action over the top of the rod. I have over the other 2, but not the main rod. Saying that, the main rod, where I've had the action. I've seen a couple of tench roll over the right and left hand rod. Right and left. Right and the middle rod. Still happy. Who wouldn't be? Well, I can think of a couple of people, but no. Bobbin dance. That's what it's got to be, the bobbin dance. I was saying that, the last fish, it wasn't a bobbin dance, was it? Because I hadn't even got the bobbin on. I was still waiting for my line to sink. So I think somebody wanted to come in here. He just drove past, turned around and drove back up the other way again. So I just hope I can get here early enough Friday. Because if I don't get here early enough Friday, this swim's going to be taken. So do a take with gamble, you want to pack up, put out a couple more handful of bait, or not. That's the trouble with this complex. Once you start catching, people soon move in. Can't moan at them, because they pay exactly the same money as what I do. But I just wish that a lot of them would make their own effort instead of fishing off other people's backs. One of my mates, who is now the top tester for RG bait, I mean, obviously he had to name the bait to keep RG Baits happy. But the amount of people that jumped on that bait because he was catching was unreal. I mean, when he was using, what was he using? Nutrabait's Blue Oyster. Although I was using my own fish meal, I did actually ask him if he'd minded if I went with a Blue Oyster flavour, which he didn't. But I steered away from it because I knew that a lot of people would jump on the bandwagon. Looks like the kettle's up. It's one of the things that gets to me a bit when people are asking about bait for a Pacific water. 9 times out of 10 the people will turn around and say get on the going bait. Now, yeah, fish would have seen it, got used to it and all this, that and the other. But if you get on somebody else's bait, you're only going to catch the tail end. You're going to catch less fish because you're catching at the tail end of the bait. Whereas with formulating your own, you know for a damn sure fact that nobody else is using the same bait as you. And even if you tell them what bait you're on, they're not going to copy you because a lot of them can't be asked to roll. Well, I'm going to give it until 2:30 today. Because I've got to try and sort that landing net out somehow. Don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to have to try and sort it out somehow. Wind is pushing in. It's pushing in, cracking and all. So I'm going to have this cup of coffee. Have a think. And then pack up. Might even boost them 8 baits up and show you how we do it. I mean, if the bait that you're using comes with a liquid food source, do it with that. It's the same job. Well, since that last fish, there's been no fish rolling over that area. Been rolling over the other rods, but I think they're more than likely tench. So it looks like, I'm not saying it is, it looks like the feeding period is a morning one. Yes, I know I've caught fish in the afternoon, but I seem to be having more fish in the morning. So that means doing more overnighters. And with the days about as long as the nights, things will soon start getting a bit cold at night. I'm not bothered about that. I've got my bivvy heater. So yeah, we'll pack up soon. Another half an hour. Get the other net sorted out, ready for the weekend. And take it step by step from there. It's been very, very enjoyable. It always is when you have a couple of fish in it. It may not be the biggest on the complex, but I can't really comment at the moment, but it seems that this winter bait, I'm going to have to think of a name for it. I can't keep calling it my winter bait, can I? Especially if I'm going to use it through the summer next year. It's picking out more commons. 5, 6, 7, 7 out of my last 8 fish have been commons. It's food for thought, isn't it? I mean, I've never thought that commons and mirrors had different diets. And after all, we've only got 2 things on the mind: feeding and breeding. But I've just been thinking about it, and yeah, like I say, 7 out of the last 8 fish have been commons. I mean, years ago, one of my mates said that if you use this in a bait, or use that in a bait, it seemed to produce more commons for him. But when I tried his additives that he was on about, my catch rate stayed the same, but they were mirrors. Makes you think, doesn't it? Even some of the bait companies used to say, if you want mirrors, add this. If you want commons, use this. I always thought they were stupid. Because like I say, at the end of the day, a fish is a fish. No, that's going to get too technical, that is. go down that route. So I'll just keep it as it is. It's looking very good out there. Very good indeed. See what I'm saying? Oh, which one was that? Oh, it was my middle rod. First time that one's beeped today. In fact, the only one that's beeped is the one that's had the fish on it. And that's the left-hand rod. Right, finish this coffee. Pack gear away. Get home and see what I can do with that landing net. Don't think I'm going to be able to do anything with it. If we don't do any more entries, I'll see you Saturday, hopefully. Well, Friday.